Back to the Bible in the year we're in 1 Chronicles 12 through to 14, and what I want us just to look at today is the fact that we thrive when we're in the presence of God, and we thrive as part of that as we keep our ear on him. We read the story today, that strange and slightly hard story about David bringing back the ark, and someone reaching out to touch the ark, and let me get his name, Uzzah touched it, and because the oxen stumbled, the ark fell, and the guy died. And it's a hard one because it seems like on the surface, I mean, we talked about this when we looked at it, the story in Kings, it looks like, no, but they were doing a good thing. They were bringing back the ark that symbolised the presence of God. They were bringing it back. Surely that's a good thing. And, you know, surely if it was going to fall to the ground, better that you catch it than not. But of course, it went back right to when the ark was being built, and we were receiving the instructions for that back in Exodus, where God tells them how it was to be carried. And it's all part of like the holiness of God. And it almost seems like in this picture they just weren't taking that seriously, and it's like they'd forgotten to listen, to remember what he'd said. And it reminds me of when we finished a couple of days ago looking at Saul's life. He died because he was unfaithful, and he did not inquire of the Lord. And it's like for a period they forgot to remember him, to remember his holiness, to remember to keep their ears and their minds trained on him, and to remember him in all things. But as we go on in our reading, we see that David began to remember, so that as he was going into battle, he's saying to God, how are we going to do this? And he's listening to God. And when God says, do this, he does it, and they succeed. And when God says, not to do something, he doesn't do that. And so it seems that success and fruitfulness is tied up in just inquiring of God, holding plans before him, honouring him, in consulting him and asking him. And that is where we thrive. That's where we see God's people thriving. It's where we thrive, is where we keep our attention, our minds, and our ear on him. And you see this picture of after that incident with the ark, and the ark gets left in the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite, and the ark remained there, and the Lord blessed his household and everything he had. And as I said, the ark represented the presence of God. It was the presence of God on earth. And so no wonder then that this household thrived when the ark was there. And so same for us, we want to be people who just love the presence of God, where we just want to spend time in his company. And that's not limited to these moments like now when you're reading your Bible in a year, and that it's not limited to that. We can be people of presence all day, every day, that we're mindfully inviting God into all that we do, that we're inquiring of him in what we're doing, that we're turning our attention and our minds to him in the things that seem outrightly obviously holy, and the things that seem everyday and mundane. If we want to thrive, we want to be people of his presence, and people who remember to keep our ears and our minds tuned to him. Have a great day. God bless. Bye.